Hey, what's up? It's your girl Jocelyn from Jocelyn Knows Sports. I know it's been a minute since I did an episode, but that's because I've been working, right? And I've been working. But all great stuff. Can't really talk about it right now. I had to sign a couple NDAs. They ain't about to catch me slipping. But I've still been watching women's basketball, specifically WNBA during the summer. I really enjoyed watching the All-Star game, which was amazing. And I am super excited about the Paris Olympics. You got the five on five team and the 3-on-3 team. So like they switching it up a little bit and I like it. And speaking of greatness, Olympic aspirations, I'll go right into my guest today, the beautiful baller herself, Celeste Stevenson-Rose. We got some family ties, but I'll let her go ahead and speak a little bit about herself because I'll get a little long-winded.
So, thank you so much. So I played basketball for forever, it seems like. I played at West Texas A&M University. I was an All-American there, and I played overseas for 13 years, like in Germany, Spain, Australia. List goes on. Love the game, love to be around it, and love to talk about it all the time.
All right, I'm going to let you slide past them Hall of Fame facts and having your jersey on the Raptors.
Come on. I can be a little bit humble sometimes. That's okay.
That's okay. You ain't gonna brag on yourself? I will.
No,
you know it.
No, I'm not gonna do it. No, I'm not gonna do it. I was All-American, in the scorebooks in my college. I'm number 3, by the way. No one's close to the record.
I know that's right.
And my big accomplishment, I'm number 2 in rebounds. For someone that's about 5'10", that's a big accomplishment, especially in the state of Texas.
Big fact.
Big accomplishment.
Big fact.
I feel like I was rebounding like Angel Reese, okay?
I know that's right. You better let these young kids know. But I definitely wanted you to highlight yourself, one, because that's amazing, and two, sometimes I think just because of the new market of fandemonium with women's basketball, people like to kind of just speak from what they know or what they think they know, but you're actually accredited in your knowledge from being a player and a coach, and I think it's always important to highlight that with some of our new Twitter fans. Speaking of Twitter fans, like you just said, you've been around the game your entire life. Have you ever seen women's basketball at the peak of just so much excitement, so many people watching it, so mainstream? And why do you think that is?
I think it's so mainstream right now because we have all these social media outlets, and the college basketball game is so big now. These girls, they are balling, and it's exciting to see. And I think that watching these girls actually market themselves and put themselves out there for people to actually get to know them and watch them play, and it gives these little girls so much to look up to. It reminds me of when the WNBA first came out, when we had Cynthia Cooper in the Raise the Roof situation, and Cheryl Swoops and Parat. Those were amazing to watch. That's how the excitement feels now. When the WNBA first came out, it was so exciting. I still got my Houston Comets jersey.
You better frame that thing.
With Cheryl Swoops on the back, okay?
You better frame that thing, girl. You better frame it.
Yeah, I will. I never wore it. It's my favorite.
I love that you're giving a little bit of homage to some of the GOATs of the game. I think a lot of times people feel like they're not getting enough credit or they come off bitter. I disagree with that altogether. But I think just because how you spoke about social media wasn't as big as what it was back in 96, 97 when we first saw the WNBA. A lot of people, the newer, younger generation, Twitter, X, whatever you want to call them, not that they're not giving praise to these people, they genuinely just don't even know who they are because they aren't basketball fans. They're fans of the people they like right now. So I like that you're giving that credit. All right, speaking of giving credit where credit's due, we are one half away from the first season, right? We're on the seasonal break, which really doesn't even seem like a break because of the Olympics. But if you had to pick right now, who would be your MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, Most Improved Player, and the illustrious award this year for Rookie of the Year? You can answer whichever order you want.
So of course, my MVP, it's no question, A'ja Wilson. She's everything. She does everything.
She is everything.
She does everything. Okay. I can never say anything bad about her. I have nothing bad to say. And she's funny on top of that. That's just icing on the cake.
Yeah.
My defensive player of the year, I mean, that was hard. I was stuck in between Jackie Young and Dejanay Carrington, but I picked Dejanay Carrington just because I like her tenacity on defense, and I like that she talks a lot of trash, which, you know, that would throw somebody off their game. I like that a lot.
Who, you?
I do. I do. I mean, it's one of those things that makes or breaks people. You get to see who breaks and who it makes under pressure. Like, that's good and bad for her. My most improved player, I picked Shakira Austin. She had a couple of rough seasons, but I feel like she's like bringing it back up to where she has the potential to play. And my rookie of the year, I picked Angel Reese because she's doing everything. She's playing defense, which is mainly why I picked her. I love Caitlin Clark. It's great. But I think in the offseason, she got to work on that defense. And I think, you know, everything will be together. But my rookie of the year is Angel Reese.
All right. I agree with those picks. Angel Reese is not only breaking rookie records, she's breaking WNBA records. So to me alone, that should be enough. Asia Wilson is out playing, out shooting, out rebounding, out dressing, out eating, out. She's just doing it all. I feel like her food look better. The food she make look better on Instagram. Most important, I'm glad you shed some light on Dejanay Carrington. I don't think she gets a lot of recognition. She's had some good seasons. I mean, out of her draft class, she's probably one of two players that's still even in the league, and she was like number 10.
Yeah. And I was a fan of hers in college. I watched her when she played at Baylor for Kim Mulkey. You know, and I'm from Texas, so I really kept up with Baylor. She did really great there, and I know, like, look at the defense. She played for Kim Mulkey. Yeah. Defense. Angel Reese. Defense. Like, you know. So
she's really improved her game. She's improved her game a lot, and I think she should get all the flowers this season. And you're right, she's been locking people down defensively, like locking them down.
And talking trash, which she still is. That's aggravating. Like, as a player, somebody do that to you, like, oh, I gotta get them back. I can't let her talk trash to me like this, like, you know. But that's gonna make or break you, because some people can handle it, some can't. You know? My
favorite thing about 3 of those players that you listed, they all doing it in a 40-inch bust down weave.
Yeah. And the lashes, you know. I'm like, how can they do? I mean, that would distract me, but I think it's great. It's great to see.
And Dejanay doing hers and
I sure did not.
Dejanay, my platinum blonde sister, so I love to see her doing it. Okay, we're gonna move on to the Olympics. It is so much going on with the Olympics right now. I think tonight is actually the opening ceremony. I think I'm not getting an invite. I mean, at this point, I'm not going to make it, so obviously I wasn't invited.
I mean, I'm only a couple hours away. I'm 3 hours away, so I mean, I might go check out something. I don't think I'm going to make this. I might go check out some games. I might try to make it. But the way them ticket prices are looking, I don't know.
I mean, I would appreciate an invite from anybody, to be honest. But I digress. So this team is stacked. It's a stacked team. One particular franchise within itself has 4 players on the team, which I think is a bit much. But who do you think is the biggest snub on this U.S. Olympic team roster for the women?
I'm gonna go with Rike, because I mean, she proved herself in the All-Star game, and she plays like that. She's like amazing in the season. She's playing great basketball. I don't understand why she's never on the team. Like, I'm not understanding that.
Well, I know it was some controversy with her. She said she took her name out of contention. I don't really know what that means.
I'm not sure, but I don't know why you would do that. Because
I mean, it's a political game. I think anything is a political game. So like maybe she doesn't want to confirm her game to be like that. But I would say she was a snub. But I don't know if I can count her 100% as a snub, if that makes sense. If you say you don't want to do it.
Yeah, I didn't know that she turned down not wanting to be there. But I mean, that's just crazy. Because I think she has all the potential to be there. She's one of the top players in the league. I think she deserves to be there. You know. That would be my pick as a snub, because I think she fits well within their playing system that she has them playing right now. Because I don't know any European person that's going to stop her playing, honestly.
I don't know too many American.
And strong on top of that, you know.
Yeah, there ain't too many American that can stop her. I agree.
And then she
She's
has that
different person.
experience of playing overseas, because playing overseas is different than playing in the States. The style of basketball, each country has a different style, you know. And I think and that makes a lot of sense why a lot of rookies do not get picked to put on the team, because it's going to be a shock.
Yeah.
Because some of these girls, like when I played overseas, all we worked on was passing the ball and the ball never touching the ground. You just had to cut. And we don't do that in the States. You know, we got to put that ball on the ground, get that touch, that dribble. We don't do that.
Yeah.
And then if you're not used to seeing people cut like that, back doors and them double, triple screens, you know, it's a lot. It's a lot.
I agree. I think she would have been a great addition to the team. I think you know who my snub is, but just because I don't want to hear your mouth, I'm going to skate past it.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, so it's been a lot of controversy about the Olympic Games. I think mostly from the men's side, because the women, I don't think, have lost a game since like 1998 or some crazy fact like that. Obviously, in my opinion, the women are bringing home the gold. It's no contest. But if you had to pick, who's more likely to bring home the gold, men or women, or do you think it's both this year, since the men got the Avengers going on?
I mean, we've seen the scores of the men games. That's all I'm going to say.
But they got Thor on their team.
I think that the women are definitely going to bring home the gold. I think the men is going to be a lot more challenging. But you got to think, half of the men's league, they play in the NBA. So it's like playing against NBA players, basically. Because the men's league in Europe has caught up to the men's league in the States, because they all play in the NBA now. WNBA, I think we're solid. I think that our athleticism, our talent, our skill, and I think they pick players that can do everything. Like, you got Asia Wilson shooting threes now. Like, I mean, come on, you know. But in Europe, you got girls that are 6'8" shooting threes as well. So it's not a thing. But we got the defense wise, I think, is a factor. I think we play better defense and we move a bit faster.
I'm interested to see Brittany Griner in the lineup. I mean, my pick for Coach Cheryl Reeves, top 5, or starting 5, not top 5, they all top. Starting 5 will be Chelsea Gray, point guard. She's the only pure point guard, I think, on the team. Then I would go with Diana Taurasi for her experience and being able to shoot quick. Breanna Stewart and Asia Wilson being on anybody's team is just disrespectful to that team. They both could carry the team. And then I think Brittany Griner would be great in that 5 position. I like Nafisha Collier. She's having a great year. But, I mean, I don't know any big in WNBA history that is as dominant as Brittany Griner.
Right. I agree. That'd be my lineup for sure. I mean, but I just feel like you can't go wrong. I mean, with whoever you take out. I mean, you're bringing a whole nother weapon in with whoever you take out. There's another weapon coming. Someone that brings something different to the table. And like I said, like, that experience plays a big part. I see why. I mean, I'm not saying that a rookie should never be there, because, you know, and there's some cases that it has to be, you know. But that experience of playing overseas for as many years as a lot of those women have, I mean, that's a lot. I mean, because some of them know these players because they've played with or against these players in the European League. So you know exactly how they play, what they do, what their strengths are. You know, and I think that's an advantage that the women have, being that they have to go overseas and play to supplement what they don't make in the States, you know.
Thanks. Hopefully not for long.
That's a whole other topic. Yeah. Like, that's a whole other topic.
Hopefully not for long.
I think that helps them out. Yeah, I think that helps them out a lot, that they actually get to play and see what these other players do, how they play, what kind of systems they run. You know, the men don't get that luxury.
Agreed. Okay, well, we have kind of flew through our questions, which I am glad. I do want to get a little bit of advice from you going forward for like young women nowadays, especially since, like how you said, basketball has become so much more culturalized, so much popularized. What can they do to make a name for themselves so they can not only make a name for themselves, but like hone in their talent so they can be the next great WNBA basketball player? Maybe they can be in the next Olympic Games.
So my advice would be always work hard. Make your own name for yourself. Don't be like someone else. Be you. Your game is going to be your game, and you get what you put into what you're doing. So if you go shoot 10 shots and leave the gym, that's going to be how you shoot. If you go in there, put in some hours, work out hard, take care of your body, eat right, you know, that's really important now, because these kids have a lot more resources to do the right thing, you know, to take care of yourself for the long run, and just always have confidence and push yourself and surround yourself with positive people at all times, and keep negativity out your life, you know,
Amen.
And out your mind, because that spreads that's like putting a bad apple in a basket. That whole basket will go bad so fast, you know. Just keep positive vibes around you at all times.
Agreed. And then document it. I'll add that to it. Everything she said.
Exactly. Because now, you know, you can set up your camera, your shooting camera. You can see how you're shooting. You can post it on TikTok. You know, start your own recruiting service for yourself. You know, advocate for yourself, you know. And most importantly, study. It's great to play basketball. It's great, but academics is more important than anything. You can't play basketball if you cannot pass. Like, you can't get into college if you cannot pass your test. Like, take care of the classroom, take care of the court, and everything will flow easy and be less stressful for yourself.
All right. Wise words from a wise woman. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to go ahead and wrap up this episode 3 of Jocelyn Knows Sports. So if you're a young lady out there or a young male out there, we don't discriminate about trying to mentor and make people better. Do all those things she said, but make sure you're believing in yourself. You're being nice to other people. I don't care what people say. You pour into others, it's going to come back to you. But more importantly, on a selfish plug, make sure you're supporting women's sports. Make sure you're watching the WNBA this summer when it returns after the Olympics. And make sure you're supporting the Olympic Games, regardless if you're a fan or not. It's patriotic, right? All right, that's it for this episode of Jocelyn Knows Sports.
Bye. Thanks for having me.